Sometimes we just need a clean slate, right? Now, clean slate. Sometimes people use a clean slate as like they're running away from something, like they're trying to avoid something, right? So they want to start over. That can be the case sometimes. Other times we really do just need a clean slate. We need to start fresh because there's things we need to let go of. And it's like you have to move on or leave or start over in order to let go, like in a sense, right? Like, for example, um, maybe starting a new job, or I don't know, are you running away to a new job just to repeat the same exact patterns and have the same exact experience? Or are you leaving a job behind because it's no longer aligned and because there's a new opportunity in a better, maybe a better work environment or a totally different career or whatever? Okay, so that's just like an example. Okay, so I think, yeah, you just have to tune in. That's where your intuition comes into play. Can you stop and get still with yourself and ask, like, am I going to this other thing because it feels aligned and I need the fresh start? Is there anything I need to fill into or address or confront before I do that? Or is there simply just a pattern in my current situation that I need to be honest about and change where I'm at, like in this space I'm at, right? So hopefully that makes sense. But for me, my recent fresh start, I guess you could say, is I started a new YouTube channel. I've had the same YouTube channel since I want to say 2016 or 2017. I've changed my topic many times, my like who I thought my audience was, what I was talking about, so many times within that same channel. And I had a hard time growing the channel, really. And I took a lot of breaks. It's been good. It's good. There's a lot of good videos there. But I feel like it's kind of been all over the place with topics and audience. And I think a lot of the people who are subscribed a lot, like probably half or more, are probably not actually interested, and it's not a big account. But anyway, I have been feeling for quite a few months now, like just start a new channel. Start a new channel. So depending on where you're watching this video, if you're on my old channel, this is the last video. Well, I mean, I don't know, maybe there'll be another, I don't want to say never because sometimes things change, but this is probably my last video. So if you feel like you like my recent content, like what I've been posting in the past 6 to 8 months, it's kind of what I'm going to be doing. I definitely want to dive deeper into some things, but the link will be below so you can check out the new channel. New channel is Activate Your Truth with Jessica Loper. So if you're watching on my new channel already, there's only a few videos posted as of now. It's April of 2026. Okay. Yeah, welcome to the new channel. So a little about me. My name is Jessica Loper, and I'm here to share with you about being true to yourself, activating your truth, questioning things, allowing your beliefs to shift and to change, getting clear on who you are, what you stand for, what you deserve. What are you worthy of? What are you deserving of? Are you speaking your truth? Are you living your truth? Can you acknowledge that more truths can exist at the same time, more than one? That can be a tough one to wrap your mind around if it's a new concept to you. And then I kind of have had that feeling like I have two different audiences I want to reach, right? So I've created this truth activation, which I'll put the link for that in the comments as well. And when I think about this activation, it can either help someone new who maybe you've just recently had some kind of upheaval or huge shift in your beliefs. Maybe you feel like your world's been thrown upside down because something isn't the way you thought it was. That could be with social conditioning, generational patterning, society, what's going on in your family. Maybe something you thought was normal and grew up and was like, oh, that's not normal. Religion, religious trauma. I know there's more, right? Those are just some examples, right? Maybe you've had a recent shift that's just politics, political, okay? Maybe you're just recently realizing that two birds with the same feather, something like that. I don't know. And if that's how you feel, like you'll definitely resonate with a lot of what I share, probably. What was I gonna? Okay, right. Yeah. So, yeah, activation can help you with that, especially if you're confused or feeling lost and you're not sure what to believe and you need a way to connect back to yourself and get your own answers from within. Like there's a lot of outside noise and you just need to be able to come in and figure out what you believe and know that it's okay to not agree with others, that you don't have to believe what you've always been told since a child. Okay. Now, if you've been on this journey for a while and you're a little more clear on your beliefs, this activation can support you with your continuous development as you continue to shift and grow and become more of your true self as you connect with your higher self and allow that divine energy to flow through you, bringing more spiritual into the physical and showing up as you are meant to. And you can definitely get into this space yourself. Like you can, but this activation is just meant to hold that space for you. Because sometimes I think even we all, like sometimes I want space held for me, and it's good to sit with yourself and know how to be alone and be with yourself. But sometimes we need people. We need space held, okay? So this activation, it can hold space for you as you connect more with your beliefs, anything you're questioning or having a hard time with, or if you just simply want to go further, go deeper, explore how you're changing and your beliefs that are changing, if they are, So anyway, enough on that. I guess the reason I'm saying it can kind of help two different people, like if they're beginning or deeper into their path. And I was actually talking to a friend last night, you know who you are, just saying I'm creating more content. I have all these ideas. But I feel like I'm speaking to two different people, like on two different ends of a spectrum. And I think she asked me, I can't remember the exact words of the conversation, but maybe it was something along the lines of, well, can these people both benefit from what you're teaching or can they relate? Like, are they relatable? I'm like, yeah, they are. It's almost like the same person in like two different phases of their journey. So, and she suggested, maybe just do content for both and see which one kind of pulls more. And then I also had the thought, like, I can kind of just mesh them together. And I think if I'm speaking to a person in like stage 2, and what I mean by stage 2 is like you're just a little farther into your spiritual journey. Maybe you've had multiple awakenings. Maybe you're someone who's experiencing your very first spiritual awakening, okay? And the way I would speak to someone who's experiencing their very first spiritual awakening might be a little different than the way I would speak to someone who's just had multiple awakenings, right? Yeah, so I think that's something I'm kind of figuring out still. Because I've had this long journey of sharing content online, trying to show up, share, help people. I have a lot of experience and wisdom that is just ready to come out, right? And there's a lot of things I've never said, never, ever, ever said online or shared because sometimes I hold back. Sometimes I'm afraid to speak my truth, right? So I'm like, I know there's so much more that I can share and so much more that is ready to come through, whether it's through videos, content creation, or what I'm writing, the activations I'm recording. So far, I only have one activation, but I have a plan. I have probably about a dozen more that I want to create, and I just kind of have to do them in the order I feel led to, and they're taking longer than I expected because I really have to experience and embody myself what is coming through in the activation. Like, I can't record this activation and put it out for you unless I've truly experienced and embodied it. And it's like my higher self channeling through whatever this activation is, right? Um, but yeah, I really want it to support multiple stages. Like, it's something you can listen to again and it brings up something for you a year later that it didn't bring up for you before, or something. You Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, so I guess that's kind of how I need to think about my content too, and what I'm sharing and saying is um you're going to hear whatever you need to hear. And if I'm talking about things that you don't understand, it doesn't matter. Like, maybe you're just feeling into the energy. You're going to get what you need. And I probably won't explain every little thing I'm talking about in full detail, but I'm just going to have to set that intention and trust, like, you're going to get what you need out of it, right? You're going to hear what you need to hear. You may not even hear half of what I say, like, logically, but you'll pick up on the energy, the shift, whatever it is you need. So, yeah, I'm setting that intention with my content and what's coming out. Yeah, and generally, like, what I'm going to be talking about is, well, I already said this in the beginning, but yeah, basically activating your truth, working with all the energy centers of your body. We'll be exploring more of that on a deeper level. That's something that I keep coming back to because I know I'm like meant to share more on that and help people tune in. Just this morning, like, I started doing some somatic uh, exercises, working with the energy centers, and I've heard it referenced like several times in the past couple weeks. Like, it keeps popping up in like conversation or a video I'm watching or a podcast I'm listening to, and I'm like, I keep hearing the word somatic like over and over and over the past few weeks, and I know it's because that's something I need to explore more, right? And it felt so good to me today, so I'm going to keep doing it. So, like, I'm still on my own journey. I'm like always learning, growing, and healing too. So, yeah, there's a lot with the energy centers that wants to come through me, um, that will be channeled through to support who it's meant to also help you shift that energy within yourself in a healthy way, to tap in to you because it's you doing it. I'm not doing it for you. I'm just holding space and allowing energy to come through that can support you. So there'll be that. And then I do want to dive deeper into the conditioning and patterning, releasing old patterns, navigating spiritual beliefs, religious beliefs. There's so much I've studied and learned and just tuned into, especially like if you come from a Christian background, and just kind of redefining that, because I think there's so much beauty in Christ consciousness, but I think the way Jesus was presented, like in this like Christian like Bible thumping way, that I think a lot's been misconstrued, and I think there's a lot of beauty there. I really feel like Jesus was an ascended master that achieved Christ consciousness and was here to show us the way. When people say that Jesus saves, I think what it truly means is he saves us by showing us the way. Showing us the way. living it. He fully embodied Christ consciousness. So I would love to share and talk about more on that. Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, other Ascended Masters, because I think there's so much more to them than what's been taught in the traditional sense, and it's helped me. They've been an example to me, connecting with them on a very different wavelength than the way I was raised to, has been supportive in my journey. So I will be talking more about that and sharing about that more. And I know I keep saying that, like I feel like I made a video months ago saying I'm going to start talking about this more, and I kind of really haven't. So maybe like having this new channel and really dedicating it to this like direction that I want to go and the things I want to talk about, maybe, I mean, yeah, not maybe, like, yeah, I'm going to start talking about it more. If you have questions about that, put it in the comments. Actually, anything that I've brought up or talked about, if you have questions about, if you have topic requests or ideas, put them in the comments. Like, what do you want to hear about? It all comes back to all of it. Everything I've mentioned it comes back to you, your growth, connecting with yourself, your light, finding your truth, allowing that to flow, embodying it. And what can you do to support that? Like, I'll talk about that. Like, what can you actually do? What changes can you actually make? Because I think it's an important balance of the emotional, the mental, the physical, and the spiritual. Like, we need all of them. We need all of them. We need all four aspects to really be our true self, to really bring the spiritual into the physical. Like, we live in a physical reality. And that's one thing I know about myself from like past lives or parallel lives, however you want to talk about that, is I've had lives where I had, or something for this lifetime I know is like a lesson, like a journey for me, is learning to truly bring the spiritual into the physical, into the everyday life, to be here, be on earth, to live it, to be here. I'm not trying to escape to some other realm. In the early stages of my spiritual journey, I was constantly meditating. I just wanted to go somewhere else. Like, get me out of here. I don't want to be on earth. Life is hard. Why am I here? Surely I'm supposed to be on some other planet that's way better than this one. But I've come a long way, and I'm truly in a place now where I'm like, hey, I'm here. I'm on earth. I'm here. God, help me to be here, to live my purpose here, to help others here, to bring the spiritual here, to create my heaven on earth here in this reality. I'm not trying to escape anywhere. I'm here. God, what would you have me do here? Okay, and that's how I want to show up. It's something I'm still learning, but I can look back and see how far I've come, and yeah. So I want to help you to do that too. Bringing the balance of feminine and masculine too is another thing. All right. I think I kind of mentioned in a nutshell like everything I'm about and that I'm going to be talking about and sharing about. So if you're on the new channel, welcome. I'll put the link to the truth activation in the comments. You're welcome to check that out if you're feeling led to. It's super affordable. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, I'd love if you came back and comment and let me know what you thought, what it helped you with. There'll be more of those to come in the future. And if you're on my old channel, the link to the new channel's in the comments. Go, if this is resonating with you and you want to keep following me and you want to be subscribed, hop on over to the new channel. And I will see you on the next. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you for liking this video. Definitely appreciate that. Take care.